Welcome back to our one-tank trip to Plaquemines Parish. This area is about a 30-minute drive from New Orleans. For our next stop, we are at a place that is called, quote, a treasure of great national and international importance. This is the Royal Deceptis Fish Collection. It's a collection unlike anything you will find in the world. It's designed to educate people about the special species of fish living in the Gulf of Mexico and throughout the Gulf South region. Joining me now to explain a little bit more about the collection and a database you can access the next time you fish is Henry Bart with the Tulane University Biodiversity Research Institute. What a title, my good sir. Hello.
Thank you. It's good to be here with you.
I am so excited. Ladies and gentlemen, look at what's behind us right now. So many fish. I want to start with that, Henry. How many different types of fish are in this collection right now?
We have about 2,500, between 2,500 and 3,000 different species of fish. But more importantly than that, we have over 8 million specimens of those species.
Unbelievable, and it's all different types. And tell me, what's the purpose of having a collection like this?
What I'd like to say is that this collection is like a library of fish biology. And the jars that you see behind me are like books. And so researchers contact us and they look at material that we have in the collection and they identify lots, we call these jars lots, that they want to borrow and study. They borrow the specimens, they do the research, they publish papers, they send the specimens back to us just like you return books to libraries.
Unbelievable, and of course a lot of people are going out fishing, so it's cool that they can learn more about these fish that they're probably going to catch when they're out in the Gulf of Mexico. I want to talk about some of the fish you all have here in this collection. What's the biggest fish you all have?
So the biggest fish we have, the biggest specimen is an 8-foot-long Bramble Shark. It's actually in another building. But that specimen was caught by a fisherman in the Gulf of Mexico. And at the time, we thought it was the only one ever caught in the Gulf. Turns out there were 2 other specimens caught. Wow. But ours is probably the most studied of those 3 specimens of Bramble Shark.
Unbelievable. And from the biggest now to the smallest. What's the smallest?
Well, the smallest, we were debating what the smallest would be, but it's probably some of the larval specimens we have. These are fish at an early developmental stage. They don't even look like the species that they eventually develop into. Wow. But they're tiny. And you often get really large numbers of them in jars.
Unbelievable.
So those are the smallest, our fish larvae.
What about the rarest? Do y'all have any rare fish in here?
We have one fish that is probably among the rarest fish in the world. It's only known from a single specimen caught in the Gulf of Mexico. And it was described as a species called the American pocket shark in 2019.
And there's only one?
There's only one. There's only one that we know about. There clearly are more of them out in the Gulf of Mexico because this one was just a little pup, but we haven't collected anymore.
And you know what's cool about this collection is that you all have been really collecting these fish, these specimens for decades, which is unbelievable to me. What's the oldest specimen you have here? I
think our oldest specimen is a specimen of sardine. It's called a sardine, but it's actually a type of minnow. It was collected in 1839.
1839, you all still have it?
We still have it, yeah. And these, so I also tell people that specimens in this collection have a shelf life of about 200 years. It's even more than that based on that specimen I just mentioned. But as long as you keep them sealed in jars, in a room where the climate control is pretty constant, pretty stable, they'll probably last even longer than that.
So interesting. And what's cool is that, of course, for people who come out fishing in Plaquemines Parish or really anywhere in southeast Louisiana, you all have this database that people can access to learn more about the fish they're going to be catching in the Gulf of Mexico. Tell us a little bit about that database.
Yeah, so that database is called FishNet 2. And what it is a network of 75 institutional databases. So all of our data on this, all the data in this collection is in the database, and that database also houses data for these 74 other institutional fish collections. Wow. So what it is a place where you can do one-stop shopping for information about fish. You could search all 75 of those collections at the same time, or you could identify specific ones you want to search. And that's how people find information about our collection and about all these other collections.
It is such an interesting collection, everybody. Henry, Thank you so much for joining us
quite
this
welcome.
morning.
It's
Fish,
been a
you all are
pleasure
really cool as
having
well.
you. Yeah.
So interesting. And everybody, if you want more information about that database, head over to the website on your screen. It is fishnet2.net. And for more information about this awesome collection, head over to tubri.org or call 504-394-1711. Now look, stay right there, everybody, because after the break, our One Tank trip continues. Our next stop is more than just a site of the Plaquemines annual Orange Festival. Learn the history of the 200-year-old Fort Jackson when we return. Don't go far.